Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BVI Pilots. I'm your host, John. Glad to be here with you once again. I hope everybody is doing all right tonight or today or wherever you might be out there in this wonderful world of ours. I'd like to give a shout out to all of our BVI members that we have so far, all of you, Declan, and everyone up at that server. Going to give a shout out to Thomas and Kira, all you guys over there, and anyone else that doesn't really, hang out on the servers, but yet you fly. You're part of the BVI community in one way or another. And, if you want to come up on a server and chat with everybody else, Thomas has got a server, and, if we know you, then hey, we'll bring you up, let you say hi, and all that good stuff, as long as it's not about drama or anything. We don't do the drama. Same with the WhatsApp. I don't have a link for that right now because we've had to do some stuff, so I don't have that at the moment. But point is, you get in contact with us, and, if you're someone that you're interested in flying, or maybe you do, but you just, you've not been talking to anybody and you'd like to, maybe to learn stuff or just to make new friends, we'd love to do that. I'm looking here because we're gonna do a video for you guys, at least I am, a tutorial, I guess you could call it, and I'm going to go through with you on how to create your flight plan, build your flight plan through simbrief. Now, you do got to have an account. I'm not going to walk through that part of it, so you need to pause this. If you don't, go to simbrief.com. You'll find the link down below in the description. You can go to simbrief, create you an account, and then that way you can come back, unpause it, and go and follow the steps on creating your flight plan. This is something that you will use even if you got other tools that connect to it and import stuff or whatever. Simbrief is a part of the simming world, I guess, and so in one way or the other, you got to have it. I mean, unless you're just flying without flight plans and you're just going up in the air and whatnot, which it'd be hard to come back and land that way, unless you're flying like some of the different prop planes and stuff, Cherokee or the Bonanza, and you're using the other program that they have for that, and then you could land without a flight plan, I guess. But here you're going to need it, and that's what I'm going to show you. We've got a email that we use on the podcast, and I'm going to let you contact us on that email for this as well if you got questions, because that's really what we do at the podcast is, we'll have podcasts to help people and answer questions and all that. So if you got a question that's related to the channel here, just put in the subject BVI YouTube and BVI Pilots. That way we know, okay, this is coming from the YouTube channel. They watched the video or whatever. Make sure you try to let us know. All right, let's see. Give me a second here. Let me fix this mic. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. I do got me a drink. I'll be talking for a little bit here. So, depending on The airline that you start working for will depend on how you're going to get your flight plans, as far as getting it scheduled or whatnot. Um, I'll go ahead and take you through how I do it with one of the airlines that I work for. Let's close this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it by going through you'll go to flyaa.com. Okay. You will need to create you an account here. They're pretty cool. I like using this one too. Come on. It's going to be silly, so let's do it like this. Let's close it for a minute. Reopen it. Here we go. Allegiant Virtual Airlines. We are virtual. So, like I said, create you an account. And then once you do, you'll come back and you'll follow exactly what we're going to do here. So we're going to create the flight plan, and we're also going to schedule one. Schedule it. A flyer or something. I'm going to get out of here. Here we go. So once you do that, you're going to click on you click on Operation, and then tab down Schedule. Now, this is pretty cool because the way they do it, and I need to make sure I'm logged in. Let me go to here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm signing in real quick because if not, I won't be able to add the flight. So, all right. So now, starting at the top, I'm going to tab, Home, Operations, hit enter on that, tab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it says schedule. Hit enter on schedule, and now we can look at a schedule. Now, you can just grab whatever random schedule is already up there, or you could say, okay, I'm going to see if Allegiant's got a flight going out of Kentucky, for example. Let's take a look. So, we don't know the number, but we're going to go with the airport code, KS. Let me get that right. Okay, Google. Airport code for Louisville, Kentucky.
According to Wikipedia, Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport is a civil military airport in Louisville in Jefferson County, Kentucky. The airport covers 1,500 acres and has 3 runways. Its IATA airport code, SDF, is based on the airport's
SDF.
former name, Standiford Field.
KS. Oh. Let me get. Okay, here we go. KSDF. Okay. That's for Louisville. Now, you could put in the arrival as far as where you're going. Um, but I do it with one. I'll do like just where it's going from, because you'll get a better chance of getting something. Um, Now, aircraft with these guys, they generally use the A319, A320, the let's see, yeah, 319, 320, the B757, and the MD-80. So let's go with, I'll put the 20 in there. Obviously, Allegiant Air is the operator. It says show how many. You can do 50. Okay. And then you go to the bottom. And you don't gotta hit the search button. It updates as you put the information in. Down arrow. Here we go. Here's the flight. KSDF to KLAN. So let's say I want to do that one. We'll just pick that one. You hit enter on the flight number. And then you're going to see, if you arrow down, it'll take you to the page again. You'll be able to read all the information about it, and above that, you'll see where it says book flight. But let's go down and read it real quick. Flight number, departure, KSDF. Departure city is Louisville. Time is 2200 hours. Arrival is KLAN. City is Lansing. 23:30. So I'm going to guess it's about an hour and a half flight. Yep, 1:30. Day, it says SA, Saturday, I guess. Aircraft, A320. Operator. Now, the thing about Allegiant, these are real flights, real schedules. So, hit Shift B if you're using NVDA to take you back up to the book flight button. Hit enter on that. And now you've booked it. So, the next thing you'll do, visit the dispatch center for a briefing. So we'll go ahead and do that. So it's going to give you, let's go to dispatch. So after you go to dispatch, gives you the call sign, flight number, pilot in command, departure, KSDF, departure city, Louisville, departure time, 2200 hours, arrival, KLAN, city, Lansing, arrival time, 23:30, 372 miles is the distance. Packs 158. Crew 4, it says. Here's the cargo. 5,520 kilograms. The duration is an hour and a half. Okay. So, now that you've went through, you've looked at that, you know what your flight is, now you need to go to simbrief because you can't download it right from the page that you book it from. All right, you can't. But simbrief is something that you should know how to use, and if you don't, learn it and get good at it, right? Get good at it. All right, so let's go to simbrief. We know that we're going to be flying from Louisville, and we know we're flying to KLAN. And what I do, because I don't use the toolkit and all that whenever I'm setting up my flight. If you'd like me to, do something with that as far as, well, you'll be able to watch the video that's right after this because I'm actually going to do this flight after I do this tutorial with you guys. So anyways, I opened up Notepad and I put in KSDF. I also put in KLAN. That way I can look back at it. And you'll see I'll be doing the same thing with my route, the same thing with my SID and stars. It's just better that way. All right. Here we come, simbrief.com. While it's loading, I'll grab me a drink real quick. Okay. There's just a lot of stuff you can do on here. Let's see. Okay, you'll click on the link. It says dispatch. When you come to the simbrief page, you log in, you'll go to dispatch. Once you do that, you're going to go to a link that says create flight plan. I always just bring up my links with insert 7 and hit the letter C. 1, 2 times. Create new flight. You hit enter on that. Once you do that, once you hit enter on create flight, then you can hit the letter B. The first button you'll see is generate OFP. You're not ready to do that. From this point, you can start tabbing. And let's see, from the OFP button, you'll tab 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fourth tab that you do is going to put you in an edit box. Don't worry about that. The second edit box, it'll say 1000. That's the flight number. You can make one up if you choose to. Or you can put the one that's on the flight plan. That's probably best to do. Or leave it blank to fill it in for you. All the important stuff you got to have if you're flying on VATSIM or something like that. Tab password says 1000 in that edit box. Okay, this is where you put the airport that you're going to be leaving from. So KSDF. Tab again. KLAN. We'll tab again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next box you're going to be looking for is where it says airframe. You'll come down to that, or you can. I usually don't tab. I'll escape out of the edit box after I put in the airport I'm going to, and I'll arrow down. And when it says airframe, I'll do Alt down arrow. That expands the list. Well, oh, this is being silly. Here we go. It's going to be a long list of airplanes, of the aircrafts you can pick from. I'm looking for the A320. There we go. So we got the aircraft selected. You can go into some more detail here. So what I want to go over real quick though is back up where you put your airport you're leaving from, airport you're going to. The boxes between your box where you put your destination airport, the boxes between that and where you pick your airline, your aircraft, you don't worry about none of that. So let's arrow down past where you picked your aircraft from. You're going to see other stuff. It's going to have numbers in it. Don't worry about that. FIN numbers, social code. Okay, units. Units is set on kg. Okay, you got fuel. You can give yourself some extra fuel. You can do that. On reserve fuel, you can. I go all the way down to 90 minutes. Okay. There's also another one that says CONT fuel. By default, I think. Let's see. On that one, I set it to auto, the reserve. I give myself 90 minutes because you never know if you might have a bad flight. You might run into weather. You could run into weather that slows you down, and you could also, have to hold once you get to the airport. So it never hurts to do that. Okay, this is the different information you can get from your flight plan. This is all the information that show like step climbs, runway analysis. Leave all that the way it is. Arrow down past that. Then you'll see maps. Okay, I arrowed down past that. You're going to arrow all the way down because you can get your route off of here before you generate your plan. That's what I'm going to show you. Okay, you're going to come across where it says passengers. Right now it's on auto. We'll go ahead and give ourselves 181 passengers. Now let's go cargo. $18.9. Set that on auto. You can set this stuff on auto if you want. And then you'll down arrow more. You'll see where it's got your name. You'll see an edit box. I don't know what that edit box, it's got numbers. I believe that's got to do. There's an edit box that in the box it says 229 0162. I think that might be the something to do with the cargo, maybe. I think you can adjust that, but don't hold me to it. Arrow down past that. You'll see custom dispatcher remarks. You can put something in there if you want, but if you're going VAT sim, you'll do that in BviPilot anyways. You'll go down past where it talks about the AirX cycle, which is 2008. Right now, anyways. Okay, you'll see where it says row 2, enter your route here. And it'll say your route. You're going to copy that. And that's what I did. I just copied it. We're going to put here route. And there it is. Now, we've got everything we need. You don't got to do the analyze or play on the route. It's already all set. There's other routes you can pick, but we're going with the one that's already got set for us. So I'm going to hit Shift B about 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hit Enter on Generate. Tab to Yes. And let it do its magic. Once it generates it, do not close the page yet, because now you need your SID and stars. And just so you know, for future reference, if you're new and you feel like, oh, I don't got to do the SID and stars, it's not necessary. You don't have to do it, but I promise you it's going to make your life easier. And it might seem difficult in the beginning, but it's really not that bad. I'm going to explain to you how to figure out what your SID and star is. Okay. You're going to be arrowing down a lot. It's down the page a little ways, or you can try to use your heading. It's actually going to be right past the area where it talks about you agreeing, to right here. And you can actually use your headings. It'll say dispatch output. And then hit your H again. It's a heading level 2. And it's right under where it's the agreement about I herewith confirm I prefer to self-briefing about the destination, alternate airports about this flight. including navigational instruments, approach procedures, and airport facilities. Okay, right down below that, you'll see where it says alternate route 2, go past that. And you'll see routing. That is what you need. Your SID and stars is going to be right below where it says route ID. It'll start with the airport you're leaving from. That is the line you need to copy. Sometimes it's 2 lines, sometimes it's 1. This one has 1 line, and I'm going to copy it, doing shift down arrow, control C. I'm going to put in here route. Okay, so here's how the star works and the SID. Your SID's going to have a number in with it. Okay, so it's going to be, the first part of the line is your airport you're taking off from, which is going to be KSDF. And there's going to be a slash and a number. That number is your runway. So like this one says KSDF /35L. So that means I'm going to be taking off from 35 left. To the right of that, the next word in there is strep 5. That is your SID. Strep 5. That's the SID. Now, what you can do is copy that, go down the line, and put in SID, and then paste it in right beside where you wrote SID. Then you'll come back and look at it. Now you're saying, well, where's my star? Okay. Your star is at the very end. The last thing you're going to see on that line is the airport you're going to. In this case, it's KLAN / and then a number. Same thing. Airport / runway, which is KLAN / 28 left. Okay? That's the runway you're going to be going to. So what you can do is go to the left of where it shows the airport you're going to. And if you see any word there with a number, then you have a star. If you don't see any kind of word there, it's got a number right with it, then you don't have a star. In this case, there's no star with this flight. No star. However, sometimes you can get flights without a SID. This one's got a SID, no star. Watch the video after this. I'm going to be taking off, and I'll kind of talk as I'm going through. I kind of talk what I'm doing as I'm going through it. Not really like giving directions on it, but I kind of speak out what I'm doing. So that'll kind of help you out with that. Using simbrief, it's pretty simple. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to close the simbrief page, because I've already got the information that I want. Yeah, okay, so Alt F4 on that. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to look for simbrief downloader. You need to download that from simbrief. It's on that page. You can go there and find it and just download it. It's a tool where once you do what we just did, it'll automatically be waiting for you to finalize with the simbrief downloader. Like right here, for example. I opened it. At the top it says latest flight plan. And there it is. KSDF / KLAN. That's the flight. You down arrow to where it says export selected formats. Hit enter. And then you'll go to the very bottom and it's going to show you where it's putting your files. See, like in mine, it's going to documents, going into prepare files. So I go down here to where it says close, hit enter, that part's done. And then you can close your downloader. And you're all done. You're ready to start your flight. On the simbrief downloader, you'll see as you're going down that page, it'll have where you can set the directories depending on what you're flying with, or you're using X-plane or whatnot. All that's optional on there. It's pretty, simple to use, so you shouldn't have no trouble. If you do, let me know. I'd be glad to help you. And, just get used to using that stuff, because the more you do it, the better you'll become. And the funner it makes it for flying, right? So, guys, I want to thank you for watching this short tutorial. I hope that I was able to get you through this without messing you up. I know you can't hear my screen reader, but I did that purposely. I don't want to drive you crazy. So hopefully you're able to understand exactly what I'm telling you. If you got questions, you can email. Like I said, we've got our podcast email. You can send an email to that if you got questions, which is BviPilotsPodcast, BviPilotsPodcast at gmail.com. It's podcast without no S at the end. It's singular. BVI podcast. BVI Pilots with an S podcast, singular, all one word, at gmail.com. So BVI Pilots podcast at gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. We have a Twitter account now, which is BVI Pilots. You can follow that to keep up with announcements and all that good stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and you got any questions, like I said, we'd be glad to answer any questions that you might have. And guys, it's up to you to help us build this channel, so please share it with your friends, and even on Facebook, any of the social sites you might be a part of. Every little bit helps. It all counts. So till next time, you guys take care, be safe flying, and watch the next video coming right up.